91K BTC. This is major resistance. What is the next play on this Thanksgiving? Is it a massive squeeze to the upside, or are they going to come and reject us, guys? We're talking about that with tons of altcoin setups for you as well. Let's go. And remember, as always, hit that like, hit the bell, and hit the subscribe. And it is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Look what James wore for Thanksgiving, nice and red. Obviously,
very thankful.
The Euro, and is in the house. What's going on, sir?
I'm neutral.
Basically to the grave for the last couple of months, and now it is coming to punish us for being rude. Okay, look at this thing, 16% up, probably in a short zone again. I'm hoping Panda has got something here for us. Then everything else is actually nice and green. We had a beautiful pump yesterday, and in the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord yesterday, I was talking about a possible squeeze to 91, and here we are. We made it. Okay, now the question is, what is going to happen next? So let's take a look on the lower time frame, exactly what is going on here. Let's try and decipher why this is so important. Okay, so yeah, and Mia doesn't like that James is in the red. It's a bit of a concern, and I don't like that I'm blue at the problem at the moment with my lighting. But anyway, we will solve that. In terms of BTC, look what's going on here in front of you on the 2-hour time frame. This is a VWAP resistance, VWAP rejection zone, 91.7. You can see that we are under a little bit of pressure over here, and we had a similar situation yesterday where we actually started reversing, and then out of nowhere the market came and pumped, but it had the help of the US market being open. Now today the US market is obviously closed, so it allows the market makers opportunity to liquidate us up and down and do whatever they desire over this next weekend. So what are we going to do now? So in terms of important levels for me to watch, I'm tracking this DGen bull zone over here. This is anything from 89.6 down to 88.900. This is my first sort of port of call in terms of trying to get some short-term reversal. Now I'm watching Bitcoin on the 2-hour, and you can see we've got a couple of options building up here for us at the moment. Option number one is we rejected this 91 and we just start dropping to the downside. And that's probably the easiest trade in history. But why would they make it so easy that we could see 91 and just be short and then send it back to zero? So the harder option, which is the higher grade option, which they probably would love to take to just wipe everybody out, is going to be the bearish divergence print. And this could potentially create a squeeze for us to the upside. Okay, so option one is we just start reversing now. I've got tons of hedge shorts running at the moment. I did tell the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord this morning my current planning and how I was going about it, but we got to be prepped in case they squeeze it higher. So if they do come and squeeze it higher for us, what are we looking at? I'm looking at a lower high on the oscillator, but then we're looking at a higher high on price, and this 93 to 94K is looking super interesting to me at this current point in time. So if there is a little bit of an explosion in the market, guys, 93, 94 is going to be your next short option and your next TP zone on Bitcoin or on any altcoins that you are on, because you're simply going to look for corresponding resistance on your altcoins, and you're probably going to find they are at resistance zones. Okay, so there's the map at the moment. This is how I'm seeing things. Obviously, I'm here tomorrow as well, so any major changes between the up and the downside will obviously play a bit of ping pong. I'll update in the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord, and tomorrow I'll see you live again on the show, and hopefully we can decipher what is going on. Okay, so essentially all you want to do, just track your main bull zones, track your VWAPs from the lows. So 89.6 you got, 88.9 makes sense, and then if they really come and dump us this weekend, 87.5, 86.2, look for longs there. You should get some kind of short-term bounce off those regions. Okay, now we've got a packed show for you guys today, and we're gonna speed through a couple of these altcoins as well, and we're not gonna hang around too long on some of these alts. So I'm just gonna jump into buys and sell areas for you as soon as we are done with the news. And obviously your man Panda is in the house, and he's bringing a couple of fun things. I'm sure I haven't seen the vape yet, so maybe he's quite calm, maybe he's sitting in tons of shorts. No, he's stressed. Okay, no, he's back to business. Okay, let's get out the news. Let's see what is going on here. First things first, let's see how we are celebrating Thanksgiving with the degree of liquidations. Okay, so what do we got here at the moment? We're hitting 290 million. They just won't stop the execution. I mean, the guys are getting absolutely nailed. I have no doubt there were so many late longers yesterday as well. And if we do get a little cascading drop here out of BTC, I suspect there's going to be some big numbers. We're talking 500 million and higher potentially coming to the upside. Now, Thanksgiving, who has experienced this yet? Or is it too early in the day? You're not at your lunch yet with the grannies and the aunts. You're not there yet, but just remember, this is going to happen. There's our little Bitcoiner. Come on down and say hello to your cousins, okay? I mean, James, how often does it happen to you? Is it a regular occurrence in your house?
Yeah, they forced me to come up when it's time to eat, but otherwise stay to the basement.
I just stay in my mom's basement, yeah. I'm much happier, yeah. I just hide in the basement.
When I hear mom scream, I know the turkey's ready.
They just bring food down. They bring food down here for me. Okay, I'm happy down here. So BTC returns on every Thanksgiving in the past decade. 2 green days. Okay, this is not a good start. 8 red days. Okay, welcome to 0, guys. It looks like we're going down. If we use stats, average return negative 0.8%. Is what you are looking at the moment. And then Mark Moss says, have fun with all your Bitcoin Thanksgiving conversations. Every year, Bitcoin, except 24, Bitcoins have been way off the annual high. Okay, that makes sense. We are way off the annual high. Average drawdown 37% from the year high. We're pretty much around those levels, that 82, 83 that we hit the other day. And Bitcoin's epic bull run in 2017 still saw Bitcoin price down 58% on Thanksgiving and was only just weeks away from its December peak. Okay, now what have we been saying for this whole time? We've been saying they can't come and just keep on killing us and not give us a late November or December Santa run. So, you know, we have been planning for that, and hopefully this is now the start of it, and maybe we can get a little bit more upside before they print this lower high and they come and send us back to 30K. Yes, sir.
You know, yesterday I went back to look and see what was the last year at this time. And that's where we had that huge green candle the day before Thanksgiving, which obviously repeated. And taking a look there, we actually went sideways here for a couple of days, but rallied ultimately until the middle of December. And then we headed down. It was December 17th was the peak. And so you never know. Maybe we get a nice Santa rally into the first half of the month, kind of like October was bullish.
We have to have a Santa rally. At what these guys are giving us. A little pumpy yesterday. You can see we are trying to push up, but NVIDIA actually looking a little bit rough at the moment. And then we've got Microsoft. That was a nice bouncer off the 200-day MA. Again, we're going to have to wait for market to open tomorrow. I am looking at 490, 500, maybe those types of levels as a possible exit plan, a possible target. But we just need the US to be nice to us and give us another little pumpy tomorrow. And then obviously MicroStrategy. And how many times have we seen this, guys? Whenever you're on the cover of Forbes, you end up going to 0. Okay, and you guys remember the top right-hand one. You remember that story. That was a fun moment, that FTX situation. And they stuck Sailor on Forbes, and just in true form, everything started falling over. So I am still looking for this long on MicroStrategy. I do believe we're going to get a nice big pump out of this thing. I did try and jump into a position yesterday, a small one, just a burner side. And for me, 152 is going to be a monster zone for me. If they do bleed us there, that is going to be a proper buy zone. I'm looking for a snapback reversal. I'm looking for a squeeze, and anything up to even 40% could come into play here. And it's got to be off the back of a crypto recovery. It's not going to happen if Bitcoin is trending to 60K, put it that way, but we're going to need strength in the crypto market. And it's a similar trade to Coinbase, which is obviously cooking at the moment. So I am sitting in that position. My exit plan is still this 200-day moving average up here. I am looking for that to come into play. Ideal, I'm working on it, but that'll crash the markets, bro. So they must chill. Okay, they must stop inviting me. They keep asking me. So 282, I'm looking for that rejection. That could be a short opportunity as well. And you probably find it could tie in with a big Bitcoin rejection at some kind of big resistance zone. Okay, so in terms of my stock situation at the moment, obviously these markets are closed. So we're just kind of sitting now waiting. Hopefully they don't gap me down and come and end me during the course of tomorrow. And then in terms of gold, this is interesting. So if you take a look at this chart, whenever the funding rates turn red, it seems to mark some kind of bottom. Okay, now interestingly, we only have one, for example. So we might have a situation where you have multiple of these, and we do deal with a little bit more downside in the market first. But in terms of what we are looking at here, this is a pretty good start in terms of trying to find some kind of local bottom and some kind of push up. Okay, we can always dream about printing new highs and things like that. That would be lovely. But right now, our only job is to track these levels, and it's to be smart at these areas. Let's not get euphoric when we get into major 3-day resistance or major weekly resistance zones. And I want to show you guys, these are the potential squeeze zones, and these are the potential rejection zones as well for BTC. And you can see right now on the 3-day chart, we have pushed straight into our undercarriage over here. So that is not a good look at the moment, straight into the undercarriage. And if we do reject, then naturally we're going to try first step, obviously look for some kind of lower high. That would be ideal if we could get, some kind of move here and then maybe a continuation, but we'll have to deal with that step by step. So we'll cover that tomorrow if there's a rejection. Now, if there is a squeeze in the market, look at this. We got an absolute banger over here. We got an undercarriage situation sitting between 98K and 100 and even up to 103K, which is Happiness's 50-week moving average, which we have lost. Okay, so that would also make sense in terms of a lower high. So if we squeeze this weekend, 98 to 103, don't get too euphoric in that area. That is a big danger zone. And then if they really want to send us some more, if they're really going to do it, that's going to complete that head and shoulders for me. And that would be potentially the big move on Bitcoin down to, we could say 50, we could say 55. And James's eyes just popped out of his head. But look, anything's on the table. Okay, so that is the bear case. And then again, if we start closing above the 200-day moving average, then we can have a different discussion. If we start pushing a lot higher, then we can maybe put our bull hats on and start targeting 130 again and higher levels. But right now, you can see on the chart I've just shown you, it's messy. Okay, so let's be smart about it. Let's look for these rejection zones. Let's cover ourselves with hedge shorts at resistance. Let's look for shorts at resistance. And most importantly, let's take some profit when we push into these zones in the upside. Okay, so there you go. There's the full map and plan on BTC, lower time frame and higher time frame. Now let's jump into some important markers here for us. And I'm glad Stock Money Lizard's been watching the show. And he says USDT dominance just rejected at the exact level that marked the altcoin bottom before the last alt season. Okay, so that is a very bold statement, but pretty interesting here. We are at a big resistance zone, and you can see our current rejection is in play on USDT dominance, and that is why we've had such a beautiful move in the market over the last couple of days, and we've hopefully some of you guys have made some money as well. Now 5.67% is going to be my big danger zone that I'm tracking over here. 5.67%. This is a trouble zone. So if we get a euphoric squeeze in the market, Bitcoin goes into those resistance zones that I've spoken about. Watch out, 5.67%. That is going to be a take profit zone. Okay, put your alarms on in that area. Literally label it. Have you taken profit, and why haven't you taken profit at that area? Okay, make sure. And John Ploney, my God, that's a set of muscles on that man. Look at those guns. And my God, that's what are you doing there, John? He's flexing hard. Okay, let's talk Bitcoin dominance here. Let's see what is going on. James, why are you flashing me like these men and like pumping weights? What's going on here? Okay, so Bitcoin dominance at the moment on the 12-hour, and we are in the rejection zone at the moment. This is the alt perform zone. Now, ideally, we get some kind of pullback here on Bitcoin dominance, and this allows these alts to run a little bit more. Okay, so we got to track this at the moment. We got to pay attention. We obviously want the alts to outperform Bitcoin, well, especially if you're trading alts. Okay, that is what we want to see. So rejection zone number 1 in play. If we do squeeze a little bit higher here on dominance, your next alt relief rally or your next alt outperformance zone is going to be this 59.58% that you are going to be looking at dominance. That's a beautiful rejection zone there as well. So we could get a nice move. In terms of the 12-hour, not the best look at the moment. Okay, hopefully this dominant strength on the 12-hour ties in with a mega Bitcoin pump. Okay, and Lewis says, Asta, yes, I've got Asta for you, sir. It is coming in hot. Let's talk crypto for our RSI heat map. And we've got some squid in the air at the moment, and I'm taking a look at that. Panda, I know you filthy animal, I know you're hunting all these things at the moment. What was your latest victim? What did you catch in the last couple of days? I've seen some.
We caught squid, we caught we caught met, front ran orca, just some stupid things, man. It's just really stupid things.
Yes, but you are meant to be disturbed, but it's nice. Huh? I like it. It's just like scares the living daylights out of me the way you go about it.
Love these popcorn days. It's scary because it tells you that it's just full on manipulation. But honestly, it's been more consistent to catch these disgusting plays than some of these choppy top tens, you know.
I agree. It's just it's like playing with a hot potato. Okay, so in terms of squid, I do have squid here, but again, like I'm a little bit more conservative than this man. Like this man is like he's an animal. Like I don't like. What did you do with bananas this morning in the Discord? No, bro, it's terrible.
I'm in it for the white paper, man.
Okay, so guys, the conservative view, if you can even call it that, the conservative short for me on squid is actually a lot higher. Like for me, it's at this one level. If you get a nice euphoric pump, this squid is going to zero up there around 1. Okay, so look out for that. I think there is upside here on this thing. That is the 236 fib, 50-day MA, 100-day MA, VWAP from a very nice level at the highs, and I would expect a solid rejection on squid once Panda's done with it at about 1. Okay, if I may even suggest that, but that would be obviously a monster pump into that zone. So something to look forward to later on. And then guys, yeah, I've got to remember it's Black Friday tomorrow. Okay, so I'm still running these Black Friday specials. Don't forget, in the show description, I'll take you through some of these now. We've got that Bitfunder deal, buy 3 get 6. We've got the Chart Hackers deal for you on a yearly basis as well. And reminder that Chart Hackers pricing will be going up from December. So anybody that buys now or joins Chart Hackers now is locked in for life at the current rate, which is 99. Okay, you'll be locked in forever. You'll never pay more than 99 a month for the Chart Hackers Discord. Okay, and reminder, yesterday I said the first 20 that sign up this weekend are going to get a Bitfunded for joining as well. So you're going to get a $79 Bitfunded sent to you guys once you join the Chart Hackers Discord. And I think we've used up about 12 or 13 of those. So there's a couple left. What was the code? Oh yes, you're going to email dylan.giveaways@cryptobanter.com. Okay, James, please can you just pump that into the comments there for me? So mail, once you've joined Chart Hackers this weekend, okay, you mail dylan.giveaways@cryptobanter.com. You show them you joined Chart Hackers, and we're going to organize you a $79 Bitfunded situation. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so there's our that's the Chart Hackers yearly. There's your Bitfunded. And then don't forget our Essentials indicator pack. If you like my indicators that you see me using all the time, you can get it now in the Accelerator School. Look at this. It's $279 for an entire year. And this is running, well, it says expires in 11 days, but maybe. Okay, but it's running for an entire year. For $279, you're going to get it for a year. Remember, everything goes into the show description. You click on the show and you click on more underneath over there, and then you'll see all the things I talk about are waiting there for you guys under that zone. So Panda's vape flavor is called I Believe. And yeah, I mean, I thought it was called Mentally Disturbed, but yeah, I mean, I believe it's quite a nice flavor as well. Look at him sucking on that thing. My God. Okay, so let's go. Let's get into some alts, and we're obviously going to talk to Panda and start working our way through some of his things. James, why are you looking so naughty in the back there? James has got this like little smile in the back. He's like laughing at the comments. I'm not sure what's going on there. In terms of ETH, guys, let's start with ETH. So, and this is applicable to obviously all of your altcoins. What you want to do today, we've had a beautiful pump in the market. That's great. We can all see it's been nice. What you want to do is mark or create your bull zones. That's VWAPs at the lows, and you're pulling up your fibs, your 382, your 0.5. Now, what you can do is you can go one degen step further, and you can create local bull zones from the most recent dump, which would have been yesterday, for example, and then you can track those on a level, and that is obviously for the more higher leverage degen guys out there. So in terms of ETH at the moment, you can see I've created a local bull zone. Here it is at the moment here, and that is anything from 2990 into 2960. So a little bit of a degen play. You can see we got that little rejection there on ETH that we were looking for, and now if there is going to be a continuation, possibly down to 2960, you're going to get some kind of bounce there on ETH. Now, let's be prepped for all scenarios. If we don't get a bounce here on ETH, it also means Bitcoin is rolling over. Bitcoin is rolling over to those lower levels that I covered, and that would mean immediately that you need to start looking a little bit lower on ETH. And for me, that is 2,900 into 2,850. So watch those two areas. And in terms of the rejection zone, you can see that that's our macro 382. We had a lot of reasons to look for a rejection over here and give us a head short play on ETH. Okay, so hopefully some of you guys are in a couple of these shorts, and so far so good. Okay, you got the map on ETH. If it does start pumping, there's another danger zone, 3,140 to the upside, and we'll deal with it. I'll drop it. I'll drop some info in the 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord if things explode. If they don't, you can see your downside levels that you are going to be looking at for some scalps. Now, let's talk about SOL as well. And this thing's interesting because I'm seeing a lot of these altcoins prepping for a possible 1 hour short-term reversal to the upside. And funnily enough, yesterday, when we saw a 1 hour reversal to the upside, a lot of them actually exploded. So instead of getting a 1 or 2% move, we had an explosion in the market. So again, we can't discount that with the low volume situation as well. These market makers could get up to all sorts of games. So I just want to give you guys a couple of plans here on Solana. Number one is your macro bull zone, your big area, which is going to be your pull from your extreme lows, your main support that you're going to use if the shit hits the fan. 136 to 133, that is your big support region that you want to see hold. Now, let's look at the lower time frame. Look at this thing. That is printing bullish divergence on the 1 hour. So in spite of the 4 hour being bearish and the 2 hour being bearish, there's a potential short-term reversal on SOL. Obviously, we can't decide how big that reversal is going to be. But for example, if there is going to be a squeeze on Bitcoin, like I've shown you just now, you're probably going to find Solana push up to print new highs. If not, it's just going to continue following Bitcoin and it's going to roll over to the downside. Okay, so I'm currently short SOL, I'm currently short ETH, and my SOL exit plan is going to be a close above 145. So if we get a candle close above 145 on SOL, that is going to be an exit for my existing short that I have got running. I'm going to show you guys in a sec. Let me just get my when entry out. Here's our when entry on SOL yesterday. We had a couple of options here for stops. We had one above the 142.8, and then we had another one above 145.3. Again, it depends on your risk profile, how you are managing it, how you're playing leverage, all those types of things. But that is essentially what we were looking for. So we've got the pump now. We've got the rejection on SOL. The question is it sustainable? And when I look at this, like, I've got to lean bearish. Like, if this chart was flipped over and we were sitting like this on support, we'd be looking for some pretty sizable longs here on SOL, or at the very least, we'd be saying, wow, this dump is pretty close to being over. So looking at this current situation, I have to lean bearish on SOL with the information in front of me, and any move to the upside will be manipulation, okay? And it's going to be a shit the ceiling situation and a push into a high and then possibly a rejection to create more divergence for SOL. Okay, so don't fall into the trap. Just look out. You know, you can see the situation here. That 4 hour is relatively bearish. Where do I cut the short? Above 145, I'm going to be out of that short situation. Okay, so in terms of what I've got going on here, Link, I've been trying to build my Link size. I'm trying to grow this position. Virtual's been really good to us. I hope some of you got virtual yesterday. Over the last couple of days, we've been talking about it. Pump's doing really nicely as well. I've got that chart ready for you guys. My head short on pump is a little bit red. I'm not quite ready to close it yet. I'm going to show you why. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, I've got a head short running, but I'm growing quite a big size now. And this thing is sitting near a little bit of support for us at the moment. And I'm in it for the tech. That's why I use 100x leverage. I agree, sir. I 100% agree with that statement. And virtual 200% screenshot, 150% TP. Oh, guys, at least you got a TP, PMG. Then Fartcoin, there's the short from yesterday. That thing finally played out. Brett, I got a short running. Bitcoin, I got a small short running from our my average entry is now 91,600, and then I've got that long still running. I have taken a ton of profit. You can see I've taken 5,600 out of that at the moment, and I'm still 9,300 up there on that one. Monad, I got the short running at the moment. ETH, I've got the short running. Hyperliquid, very choppy, but I'm sort of a Hyperliquid fanboy, so hoping for some action there. And 𝗬𝗰𝗄𝗃, I said to the 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃's Discord earlier today, I've been trying to grow size on 𝗬𝗰𝗄𝗃 because I feel like it's been a lagger, and I see now it is turning nice and green here for me, so we do have some activity. And then I've got the SOL short running, and I've got Zcash, the long from yesterday, no changes, and I've got stock from the other day. And could I possibly have any more positions open? I mean, I'm trying to relax over here. Well, I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm trying to relax.
I think you need some 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃. I see a huge bubble on Banter Bubbles called Shrepe right now. It looks like Shrek Pepe. It's massive. Going,
Well,
what the hell is that?
Well, I got Pepe running, guys. Okay, and I told the chart hackers, guys, I've added to Pepe. So we're going to talk about that now. Let me just jump into some of these alts I want to cover for you quickly. And then we're going to talk to Panda. And then we're going to go, so we're going to do some speed work here. And we're going to make sure you guys have got tons of alpha on your Thanksgiving Day. Okay, so wondering what the secret behind Mon is, Panda. Can you just mute there? I think you got a double sound. Wondering what your secret behind Mon's strong performance is. They're not listed on Binance, according to the Simon Dedick guy. So he's basically blaming all the disasters on Binance at the moment. You can read the rest of his comments, but he seems to think it's done well because of that. Now, I've got this small short running on this monad. It's so volatile. I wouldn't recommend getting any major size on leverage on this thing. It can be super dangerous. And my short target for anybody that jumped in with me is 334. But I just want to show you, there's a warning bell over here. And an issue for me is this really thick cash flow at the moment, and it doesn't seem to be dipping hard enough, and we're getting a 1 hour reversal. And the last time we got a 1 hour reversal on this monad, it absolutely exploded. So just be super careful with how you are playing this. In terms of a reversal, there might be a short-term reversal coming off this VWAP right here. So 0.04 for me. Where's my exit? It's above the high, so my exit is above 0.05. There's a possible support here for a long at 0.04 if you want to do degen things. Okay, so there's monad for you. Remember, all of these charts go into the Chart Hackers Discord directly after the show for you. They are available there, and you'll also see this handsome man doing that crazy stuff there he is. Look at that in the Chart Hackers Discord. Okay, let's talk virtual. And so far, so good. We're on track for our 1.11 target. How do we get there? That is the question. Let's look at the lower time frame and just break this thing down a little bit. Now, you can see this thing is getting a little bit overcooked now on the 1 hour. So we just got to keep our eye on this thing, because any pumps to the upside for me are simply going to print bearish divergence. You can see like that, and that could be a sign for a rejection. So what you need to watch for virtual, if it does get some legs later on today, short zone 104. And then I've got a mega short zone here, 1.11. That whole region there, 109 into 1.11. That is your higher time frame rejection zone. That's a VWAP from the highs, 50-day MA, 100-day MA, 786 undercarriage. That is a Lord of Entry banger. Okay, so be super careful there. If you pump into that zone, that is obviously going to be your danger zone. Look how you can tie that in with the higher time frame chart there at 1.11. Okay, so virtual, you got the plan. In terms of support, 96, 94. Watch those areas there. And then we've got to do Zcash update from yesterday. Holding support, guys. No changes on Zcash. 490, 480, depends on your leverage. Use that as support. If we close under that, it's done. Okay, we're done with Zcash until another day. Fartcoin, guys, looking super bearish for me here at the moment on the 4 hour time frame. But again, we are going to be very much tied into Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts squeezing to 93, 94, like we've spoken about, then you're probably going to see Fartcoin put pressure to the upside. But in terms of what I'm looking at here on the 4 hour, like all things being equal, that is a bearish look at the moment. Okay, so PMG George just said long the top of ZK. Okay, did he just say long the top of ZK? I'm sure he just said that. Oh, it says timeout. Okay, well, maybe we'll take it on 2-bit here. Let's see if we can long the top of ZK. I need more margin. I need more margin. I want to. Okay, let's get this thing out. Why are you laughing, Panda? What's going on here? We got ZK here. Why does he want me to long the top of ZK?
I like how you were just like, I don't think I can have any more positions open. I need to.
I want to be strict. Okay.
Discipline.
Guys, let's talk to Panda. Let's see what Panda's trading at the moment. See, Kimi says thanks for the bananas. Okay, Panda, tell us what you got cooking. And then, guys, after Panda's given you a couple of degen setups or whatever he's got cooking over here, I'm covering for you Sui, Tao, Pump, Link, Aster, Pepe, SPX, Hype. And then I'm going to go get relaxed. James is high. Oh my God, it's a lot of charts. Okay, Panda, let's see. Let's get your screen up here. Okay, let's go.
I got a couple of simple setups, and I'm actually not looking at shorts because I'm playing thinking that price is looking super manipulated across the board. So I want to look for laggers, so to calm my FOMO, and at the same time I want to look for weekend plays. So first, We'll start with some of the laggers, which is Fetch on the 8-hour. I got a very beautiful setup here. Lagging behind, I got a rising trend, 786. A beautiful sweep of previous week lows, and look at this triple, quadruple bullish divergence over here.
No, I mean that's bullish. I mean,
this is just stupid right here. So yeah, I got Fetch sitting at fairly close. Give it a little bit, 0.26, with a wide stop loss down to 0.246. And then again, leading into a half day tomorrow, manipulated weekend. That's my bias. Not sure it's gonna happen or not, but I'm just gonna play the previous week range. So I'll play to the 50 previous week mid. Yeah, what did you just do? What did you just do?
Right? Okay. I might have added to hype.
Nice. Oh man.
Okay, what's going on here?
All right, so Fetch 8-hour, just let it pull back a little bit down to, like I said, 0.26 with the stop loss 0.246, and then hoping to ride it somewhere up to 0.31, which is right above the 50 SMA. So that is Fetch. And then I got the super degen play for the weekend. If we're gonna get a stupid manipulated weekend, I got ALK on the 4-hour. I got two setups right now. One is right now. One is right now. I know you don't like me to drop two setups, but one is cooking right now for the 1-hour and the 2-hour hidden bullish divergence that you're talking about right now. And then if we get some sort of wick into this beautiful 786 macro 786 major. Are you doing this on purpose? I'm practicing being quick with my setups.
You told me about ZK, sorry.
It's literally time is money with this guy. Literally. Okay, so I got the setup right now. We're cooking in this. We've been just sitting here for some time now, and I'm letting this cook for the weekend. The higher conviction or the high conviction setup for a green weekend would be this macro 786, 50 SMA, rising trend, and a massive SR flip region at 0.1018 down to 0.0955. And then currently the setup that I'm in is entry basically right now with a stop loss 0.105. Definitely nothing more than 5x on this thing because one candle is about 20% and we're trying to ride this 35%. So just putting it out there.
Guys, all I can say is this alt can be very generous and it can reward you well, but it can come and it can end you. Do not take a position without an exit plan and some kind of stop or isolated situation. Don't do it in cross. You can rinse your entire trading account. Be super careful. PMG, I don't know why he's making me long. He's making me long BitGet, but there it is. I mean, long ZK on BitGet. Guys, okay, so I've longed the ZK here thanks to PMG. And again, exit plan, you can keep it super simple. You can see there's our support over here. And what you can do is you can just bang your stop either under your big candle that you see over there, or you can keep it well below the lows. Never keep it exactly on the lows because they'll come and take it out and then pump it again. So if you're going to run a stop under lows, you've got to give it tons of breathing room over there. So do something like that, okay? And you can see I've given it a big wide stop over there, okay? So now you can see it's under the lows. If they come and try and wick it, at least it's got a chance, okay? So degen stop is under the breakout candle, and more conservative stop is well under the lows. Okay, so play it accordingly. You can help you, sir.
God damn it. Okay, fine.
What? Do you want to push buttons?
It looks so good.
I know, it's disgusting. There it goes. I mean, it's 170 up. PMG George, bro. This man's cooking at the moment here. Okay, so I added to hype there a second ago. Let's just quickly talk about this hype. Look at that. It's looking quite aggressive here off, it's off a horizontal. And in terms of a reversal, well, we can see on the 1 hour, we might be turning up just a little bit over here at the moment on hype. Okay, so yeah, there's something to watch. Like, I'm trying to build a hype position. I obviously am a hype fanboy. If this thing does pump, guys, I've got a couple of zones that you need to watch out. 36.9 and 39. These are two short zones. These are two danger zones that you want to watch. 39 and 36.9. Right now, degen support, if you want to trade hype, degen support is close under 34.27. Reasonable support is the bull zone down there, and it's closed under 32.35. Okay, pick your poison. Decide how you obviously want to play this thing. Those are the upside targets. And a reminder, they might want to try and come and flush this guy out, who is now 4 million on a 10x short. Okay, Lickies, where's Lickies? 40.9. Okay, 40.9 is the Lickies. Where's my thing gone?
Blah blah. Give us some shit.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Boomer vibes. What's going on?
Hey Dylan, enough with the blah blah blah. Give us some shit coins.
Is this not a shit coin enough? I mean, okay. What's so rude? Okay, so guys, there we go. Hype, you got the plan, you got your support. You can see there's a green candle. I did add a little bit to my hype position. Very important. Let's talk about PP at the moment. Yeah, you can see there's Pepe waiting to go. Hopefully, we're going to get a little bit more action. I've been adding a little bit to my position here on 2bit, and at the moment, it is playing ball with us. I have created the super degen local zone. Remember, if you are creating a local bull zone, what you can do is use your previous local low, or you can use a slightly further away local low. It depends how filthy you are in terms of your degeneracy. But at the moment, Pepe is holding 463. We're looking for the bounce now. So 463 is your support. Your target is 482 and your target is 49. That is all I'm looking for on Pepe. If we start losing and closing below 456, that is an exit plan for you. So if you close below 456, that is probably an exit plan there for you guys. Anything under that, we're going to put these charts in the Chart Hackers Discord for you guys. Now, Asta, still waiting for my entry. This is the when entry. It is coming soon. I think we're going to get the second dip into our zone. This will be in the Chart Hackers Discord waiting for you guys. Let's talk Link as well. Nice bounce. I have been adding a little bit over the day to my Link position. These are your two danger zones, 13.6 and 13.99, or call it 14. These are possible rejection zones, okay? If they do start blowing through here, we possibly get a big squeeze. So in terms of take profits, in terms of hedge shorts, these are the two zones that you can play in at the moment for Link. You never know, on a weekend like this, they could come and send things down. Now, 𝗬𝗰 is the most confused altcoin I have ever seen. Look at this, bro. What is like? This is comedy. Like, I don't like. It's like it's the spaghetti. What do we call this thing? The pretzel.
It's an inverse broken head and pattern.
It's my first pretzel I've ever tried to trade, because this thing is so bearish. And then now look at this thing. It's invalidating the head and shoulders. So I'm still sitting long 𝗬𝗰, as you guys know. And obviously, in a perfect world, wanted to buy lower down, want to buy this move into the downside. That is why I'm so hedged on these shorts. I want to ride it down into a nice bounce zone for us there. And now, obviously, it's cooking. But again, let's just be patient. Let's see. We've got a rejection zone 1.6. We've got a rejection zone 166. Don't get married to it. Be super careful. 𝗕𝗹𝗰𝗆 on support 300. I gave you that yesterday. That is our support for now. Degen zone rejection 326 and 336 are your danger zones right now. 300 holding a support. If it pumps, great, you've got your targets. If it's losing areas, longs at 300, longs at 290. That is pretty much it there. And then in terms of pump, oh, well, off she goes. And pump has now bounced off our local bull zone. There it is. Okay, we gave that earlier. And now we are looking for a bigger push to the upside. So pump traders, the target for me here is 32. I believe you can get a short at 32 on pump. So it's going to look something like that in this type of region here. It's 0032. So you've got a VWAP there, you've got a 786, you've got an undercarriage, and that could send you possibly back down into the trend. So risk is about 2 or 3% on pump, looking for a short there. Okay, Panda, happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. There's a dog behind you. You know
that? Yeah, she's saying happy Thanksgiving.
No, thank you. James, happy Thanksgiving to you, sir.
Enjoy the turkey and pie, everyone. Good luck if you're trading.
See you guys later.